Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to another exciting episode of Marketing in the Zone. So guys, we are going to be talking on two important topics today. One is why sales guys should be part of every marketing meeting. Okay, so guys, I'll give you a very short examples of why I believe that sales guys missing from a marketing meeting actually kinds of hampers the growth. Okay, and with that we will also be discussing on why storytelling is such an important tool or aspect of marketing. Okay, we will again do it with examples so that it will become easier for us to understand what exactly we are trying to say. Okay, so guys, whenever I speak of any kind of sales being part of marketing meeting, all I've heard is why Krishna, why do you think sales guys needs to be let's not waste their time. Okay, and guys, I believe that actually kind of hampers the company's growth, because imagine that today I have planned some form of marketing. Okay, so guys, usually your tagline for the company does not change. Okay, but imagine that there is a change because of positioning happening in during an event. Okay, but guys, has this been conveyed across the company? Not most of the time it doesn't happen. Okay, so what happens is you are using a different tagline for a particular event. Okay, so we are just taking this as an example, guys. Okay, and what happens is your sales guy goes and he gives out his card which has a different tagline which was your old tagline. Okay, and he doesn't convey that it's an old tagline, he just says, this is my card. Okay, and guys, that is where the disconnect actually happened. Okay, so any person who comes to the event, they will be like, okay, there was a different tagline. See, they might not know consciously every time, because a tagline is usually missed. Okay, but what if subconsciously they remember that there is a change? Okay, so guys, that's where the customer disconnect actually happens. Okay, and guys, these are points which can make or break your deal. Okay, for the sales guy and for the marketing. Okay, the person will return to your website or not will depend heavily on this. Okay, and honestly guys, I don't like taking that risk, because I don't know if the customer will return to me, and if he doesn't, that's where I lost a customer. Okay, so guys, that is one point where I wanted to make, that sales guy, that's why sales guy should be a part of every marketing meeting, every marketing discussion, because then the customer disconnects can be reduced, or they can be completely eliminated because of this lack of proper partnership between sales and marketing. Okay, so for me guys, sales and marketing are not different departments, they are the same department. Both are supposed to be earning, both are supposed to be churning out the cash which is required for the company to grow. Okay, and only a company where the sales and marketing are going hand in hand or as one department does the company actually kind of flourish. Okay, so guys, for me, it's very vital that the sales and marketing should be part of every meeting. It doesn't have to be that every meeting, but every time that there is a kind of positioning or a kind of change which is being anticipated, or a kind of change which is being suggested, I would rather have the sales team in the same meeting, or at least the same person leading the sales and marketing, so that the customer disconnects, and these kind of very small points can be taken out of customer experience point. Okay, so guys, that's my positioning on customer level kind of. Okay, now let's come to why storytelling is a very crucial part of marketing, sales, and the whole customer experience cycle. Okay, so guys, I'll give you a short example. Okay, so guys, can you tell me when your customer usually gets up? Okay, maybe 8, 6, 5, you don't know, right? So guys, it could be any time, and he could have faced millions of issues, millions of troubles before he actually reached to the point where he has seen your messaging, or he has seen your kind of ads or something else. Okay, whatever substance, whatever content, whatever intent you have shared with the customer reach the customer once he has actually had experiences of different nature, and you can't anticipate what mood he could be in. Okay, he could be in a very acceptable mood where he immediately accepts whatever you have sent him. Okay, or he could be in a ridiculously angry mood where he just picks it up and throws it off. Okay, so guys, now tell me, what mood of the customer would you like to reach him? Okay, so now guys, do you understand why you have to be very specific with your branding and messaging? Because if your branding or messaging reaches the customer when he is not happy or he is actually annoyed, it completely breaks the whole it just kind of puts your whole marketing effort into waste. Okay, so guys, what storytelling actually does is it kinds of if you remember your your elders who used to tell you stories, you still remember a lot of these stories because of the fact that these are actually imprinted on your mind, because of the fact that it had a start, it had a end, and it had a very soothing kind of curve, learning curve, whatever be it. Okay, the stories are what stick, guys. Okay, and which is why you have to ensure that that you go let the customer run through that experience. You let the customer run through the story and you let him reach to the point where he is ready to listen to your messaging or your point of view. Okay, you just run him through random text and 1 to 2 liners, and you expect him to gauge and get that never happens, guys. Might not be that particular moment it may click. Okay, and it might not even stay with them for long. You have to create retargeting messaging and everything because you have not created a very strong customer message at the initial steps. Okay, and you actually end up spending a lot more because of the miss in storytelling activities. Okay, and in the end you are like nahi bhai, I have to reach back to the customer. So imagine that you are the bus conductor of a specific bus. Okay, and you are now waiting for the customers to come into your bus. Okay, and imagine that there are about 58 stops before your bus actually reaches from point A to point B. Okay, and guys, now imagine that every stop there are a few customers who are coming in and you are going to give them a ticket. Okay, now this ticket being your brand value or your branding material. Okay, so guys, what's happening is, and imagine that at every stop you have to get down, run to the next stop and get in. Okay, now why do I say that is because, guys, the moment the bus starts moving, most of the people in the bus will want to look out, will like to create a story for themselves. They will like to engage them in their own thought process. They will not want to hear you, or they will not read your marketing material. They might read it somewhere else. Okay, so guys, every single time that the bus stops at the stop, you are getting in, giving a ticket and moving out. Okay, this is practically what happens whenever you are sharing your branding material or your marketing material. Okay, because guys, the life of the customer keeps going on. It keeps moving on. You can't be there with them the whole time telling them to read the material. Okay, and when they read the material, or in what mood they read the material is completely up to them. Okay, so guys, you have to create the right story at the right time to ensure that they actually take the effort to immediately read whether you have given them the right story material or you have given them something wrong. Okay, something which doesn't cater to them. Okay, guys, this is exactly why I feel storytelling is such an integral part of actually ensuring that your company grows and your whole customer connect actually happens. Okay, it's a very important part of customer experience as well. Okay, so guys, and this customer experience, you can have it on your website, in your material, in all of your communications. So imagine that there is a person who is coming to your website. Okay, and he sees a story being built up. Believe me, guys, he will be more inclined to read through the whole story. Okay, now imagine a second customer who comes to your website and he doesn't have the time to read that particular content, okay, and you share a little button which says ki boss, you can download all the audio from this, as a all the content as text on this website as audio for yourself, okay. Guys, a lot of guys these days are actually preferring audibles and material which can be heard rather than so that they can continue with their lives, and they can actually hear whatever you have to say while being on the road, probably being driven around, or probably being part of a public transportation place, okay. And guys, this is exactly where a lot of businesses are actually suffering, because they're forgetting where the customer is going. Customers don't want like to, guys, just check how many books are being sold every day. Very less, okay. There are still very hardcore people who love being old school and they love reading. But guys, that's not the same with a lot of people. Why is Google moving towards from being a search engine to being voice recognized search engine? Because Google knows that Alexa, with Alexa, Siri, and a lot of these solutions coming into place, people are preferring doing a voice search. People are preferring hearing back what the searches actually mean, okay, because people don't have that much time, guys. Is your business compatible for voice searches? Is your business compatible for telling the right story and getting the right customer with respect to voice searches, with respect to voice playbacks, with respect to FAQs and everything? Is your business ready? If no, this is a question you have to ask yourself: how and when, and how, where are you going to have this connect with the customer, and what are the efforts that you're putting towards this, okay. So guys, that was, I know I went a bit high, but honestly this is a episode which I have been planning for some time. Hope you liked this. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. I will continue to share this kind of material soon enough, okay. Have a great day, guys. See ya. Bye.